What's up, scorers? I know you guys are enjoying the interview. I just want to stop it to let you know that we got merch. We got merch. We got Brainwash Thick Elite hoodies. We got shorts. We got hats. We got everything that you need as a hooper. So make sure you check us out at scoresociety.com. Welcome to Score Society. Let's get back to the interview. So you played at NC State. You played with some top dogs. You played against some top dogs. I'm talking about guys like Jared Jack, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul, JJ Redick, Rashad McCants, Josh Howard, Lau Deng, and one of the seasons you was actually number 2 in scoring. But what was one of the toughest players you played against out of your run at NC State?
Uh, Chris Paul, obviously, he would do whatever it takes to win. Huge competitor. Raymond
Mm-hmm.
Felton over at UNC.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Williams, they had him over there. Chris Bosh was over at Georgia Tech.
Facts.
I mean, Juan Dixon was really tough to defend. I was a freshman his senior year, but he was just so elusive and
Merlin.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Great scorer making ability. So it was some really good players. Rashad McCants
Yep.
at
He was
UNC
tough.
as well. Jared Jack was also really tough. So it was a handful of guys. I always had a lot of fun. Not saying he was easy to play against, but against Josh Howard, because I'll give him a bucket, then he'll give me a bucket.
Yeah, he was
So
tough too. Wake
it was a lot of
Forest.
back and forth. Absolutely. So ACC has some really great talent back then.
Now you know I gotta ask, man. You brought up Chris Paul. You brought up how he'd do anything to win. And
Anything.
I remember giving you that shot. I remember giving you that shot, brother. What
Yeah.
was that about? I know I saw an interview what he did with Carmelo Anthony. He talked about I guess there was some trash talking between you and him, and I think the crowd was chanting something about his grandfather who recently had passed away at that time. What was it from your standpoint?
I wasn't talking trash to him. He was actually my favorite player in ACC at the time.
Mm,
Obviously not in front of myself, but second to me. I used to love playing him play. So I never talked trash to him. I used to talk a lot of trash to his backcourt teammate Justin Gray, just
uh,
because he's 6'3" guard, could fill it up, get hot really fast, could really shoot the ball. So I would go back and forth with him, but never with Chris. But yeah, Chris got me. I was boxing him out, and it was his way to get an advantage. And he had a low moment, right? It happens to all of us. But the thing about it is he continued playing and he ended
mm-hmm,
up hitting the game winner that game
mm,
to beat us, which was on my senior night. Everybody in the crowd had my bobblehead. So it
wow.
just shows a competitor he was and the way he stayed locked in mentally.
Got you. Did y'all ever talk about that incident?
I bumped into him a couple times after that, like shortly after the draft. But I knew where it was coming from. I just didn't like that he did it to me. Right?
Right,
I know
right.
where it comes from. You do whatever it takes to win. But that's old stuff. I never held that against him. He's a competitor like myself.
Got you. So, what's one of your most memorable moments at NC State? Because I know I remember the time you hit that game winner against Connecticut, and Connecticut, one of my favorite teams. They have one of my favorite coaches when it comes to college basketball.
That's right.
What was one of your greatest moments?
One of my best moments, I would say, would be we beat Duke one year. We used to beat them when they'll come play us out at our place, and they were the number one team in the country. And I had my nephew on my shoulder. I know he's looking down from heaven on us right
Mm.
now. But that was just a tremendous moment for me. I love that moment.
Wow, wow, that's so. So you did your thing at NC State. Do you have any regrets? Like, do you have anything like, yeah, man, if I would do it all over again, I would have did this? Because I think players should hear the regrets of it, so they don't have them same regrets later on.
I don't have any regrets. Like I said, Syracuse was my, childhood school, the university I wanted to attend growing up, and they had a knucklehead around me for 10 minutes, and he ruined it
Mm-hmm.
for left us in a room. It's a couple of women. He was trying to do the man. What's the movie? He got
He got
game,
game.
right, with Ray Allen. He was trying to maneuver one of those moments, and I'm a young pup. I was 16 years old going on my official visit, and it was a knucklehead with me for 10 minutes, and that's literally the reason why I didn't go to Syracuse. But I'm
Got
still
you.
a fan of the university. So in terms of regrets with me making my decision, absolutely not. I ended up meeting my future wife over at while I was at NC State.
Well, good for you.
summer going into my senior year, and I have great memories, and I love being a alum of the Wolfpack.